let's get this going. Let's. Okay. Just to make sure that we're just. Okay. It's 10:25. I am Rowan Mintz. Welcome to this storm alert coverage. Um, AWA, AMS, AEWS. Okay. Let's get a brief update on the situation. Our neighbors in the United States are currently going through some inclement weather. More specifically, Michigan. All right, currently Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana. Um, there are severe thunderstorm warnings in Illinois and Indiana, and for now, all it looks like in Michigan is a special weather statement. So, there is the Storm Prediction Center again in the United States has issued a slight risk for the area around us. Um, it's the highest risk that we're facing today. It's the highest risk that anybody is facing today in the United States. So it also means that we will get some impending weather. Currently, the radar in Grand Rapids, Michigan is down. So we'll have to work with the one near Gaylord. That is what we're going to have to do. To our south, there's a severe thunderstorm watch. Um, let's get let's get this on the scene. So as you can see, this pink area is a severe thunderstorm watch. Tornado probabilities south of us, 10% wind, 40% hail, 40% combined, 70%. So there is a chance that people could just not see anything. Valparaiso, Crown Point, Indiana. I think this is south side Chicago. This might just be outside of the Chicago city limits, but these two areas, we're going to have to watch those because usually storms around here, these Chicago storms usually hit these storms around here where we're located. But we can also let's go over to again KAPX. Let's go over to KAPX. This is storming on Lake Michigan. These storms crossed over from Wisconsin into Michigan. They will cause a headache for people in Ludington right now. People in Ludington, Hart, but these storms will stay north of us. And in Green Bay, Wisconsin, these storms will stay north of us. It's just worth pointing them out. So these are all these storms we currently have right now. If we check the SBC, look, here we go. Severe thunderstorm watch 78. That means 78th of the year. 78th severe thunderstorm watch of the year. But going back to the radar here, this is the current local scene. None of these storms in Valparaiso or Ludington. Well, Ludington isn't under a severe thunderstorm warning. Uh, None of the severe thunderstorm warnings here expires just now. Yeah, none of the severe thunderstorm. Nothing currently expected to hit us has a tornado possible tag on it. Like I said, these are the storms that will probably hit us. Let's just play the recent scans. Yeah, so they look like they're going up here, which might be just it might be just to the south of us, but you know, they could end up on a direct collision course for Flint. And again, like we've been saying, Grand Rapids radar is down. Now, there were some storms that impacted us earlier, but those were not severe. There were showers that impacted the Arbors area earlier, but those were not severe. Those were not part of the main event. I believe we are seeing the main event here, going over to the Chicago radar. Like I said, these pretty scary storms near Crown Point, Indiana right now. Crown Point, Gary, Valparaiso, not included in the warning, but like it will be probably. Again, if any of these storms are likely to end up hitting Michigan, it's going to be these southern cells. These cells, the storms are going into a. Let me just switch over to the KAPX radar. Yeah, the storms are going in a northeast motion, so those storms won't hit us. Storms that will maybe, again, any of these. Now, what I'm thinking is a sweet spot is over here down by Chicago. Anything that ends up here, or probably even, maybe even, we might even have to, no we won't. Probably these, maybe even these storms in, alright, let me get a motion on this. Yeah, so probably these storms near, probably this line that's about to impact Chicago right now, that will probably impact us. Highest chance of impacting us in this current moment, I'd say, is that. This is a marine weather statement. These are storms from, these are, I believe, storms. Yeah. These are storms that were in Michigan. It seems like they've all crossed over into Canada by now. Let's check Cassette's radar. Yeah, they're all in Canada. So Port Huron, no real threat right now. Special marine warning again. I believe this has just been issued. Special marine warning for Ludington. Again, this is pretty reasonable to see. Not only do we got this guy right here who's about to cross onto land in the city of Ludington, we also got these guys over here near Sheboygan, Wisconsin, who are just now making the trek across the water. KIWX. This is the KIWX radar. It's near Warsaw, Indiana. We're probably going to have to use this radar more going into the next, on, in regards to, within an hour, 2 hours, I think we're going to have to start using this radar a lot. We're entering kind of a radar hole here. There is a radar here. It's just not active. So, whenever storms start crossing into, I'd say, about Lansing area, that is when we will start having to use our local radar, KDTX. And we do have some people watching here on the YouTube channel. That is where this is being streamed right now. You're watching live coverage of storms that are about to hit mainland Arborist, mainland and the Eastern Territory, mainland Ramosa and the Eastern Territories. That is the trio right here within this area, within this little Flint area. That's the trio. Again, going over here, we have been reporting on this. Let's check out the special marine warning. Severe. Oh, these are severe now. These are severe thunderstorms. We're probably gonna get an SVR. We're probably gonna get severe thunderstorm warning for Ludington pretty soon. Yeah, if these storms persist into being severe, then they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for this county, probably including Ludington, Amber, Custer. I've been to Ludington, but yeah. There are some storms right now in Iowa and Illinois. This storm, Reynolds, and Hamlet. These storms, Grandview, Columbus Junction. None of these, I believe, are maybe, but that's gonna be like in hours. There is no immediate threat to. There's no immediate threat to Arbors with these storms. I'm just showing you what's going on in the situation around us, because outlooks. Yes, outlooks. Categorical outlook. Let's take a look at this categorical outlook. So we've got this level 1. Alright, so this is going for the United States. If you're in the United States right now, maybe I know that the Cone of Vastland is on a trip to the United States right now. Maybe that. So if you're in the United States right now, in general, this is what you want to be looking at. This is the day 1 convective outlook. This is a... So, going... Alright, let's go bottom to top. This is the general thunderstorms risk. This is not... This is where you're just going to have, like, general kind of severe thunderstorms. Nothing's really expected for you right now. Now, let's go to this. Marginal risk. Don't be afraid of this. It's not really... Well, of course, be wise. Do not just discount everything and anything you see just because this is the lowest severe risk. But it's not going to be a very, high risk. Now, we've got this area over here in the Midwest. This includes Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. This is the slight risk. Oh, I clicked on the severe thunderstorm warning. This is the slight risk. Level 2 out of 5. This is where you're going to start seeing some action. Again, good chance that nothing happens in your area. This is not, this... You are probably not directly going to get hit by severe weather, but again, highest risk we have today is this slight risk. This includes the city of Flint, this risk enclaves, arbors, be careful if you're in this. And there is another slight risk area down in Oklahoma near New Cordell, Watauga, Fairview, Paducah, but Paducah, Texas, Childress, Texas, Guthrie, in Oklahoma and Texas. Now, day 2 outlook, hold on. This is a new severe thunderstorm warning in Illinois. Hold on. Radar. Oh, yeah. These could be storms that go... Yeah, these storms in Oregon, they might go near arbors within, the next, 2, 3, 4 if it's going that slow hours. Keep an eye out on this storm, but that is a new severe thunderstorm warning for this area. But going back to the outlooks, let's go to the day 2. Arbors not included in this risk. You won't see us streaming tomorrow unless something happens. But again, Arbors is not expected. What is expected? This is a slight risk from Kansas City down to Abilene, from Kansas City, Missouri down to Abilene, Texas. Uh, some people might be in this area. If you know anybody in this area, maybe just give them a little heads up. Day 3 outlook. This actually, all right. This includes like Flint City enclaving harbors, but we're on the very very edge of the slight risk. But you might see us streaming. Honestly, it depends on where the forecast goes. This is still day 3. But day 1, this is what we're concerned about right now. This is what's in action. This is the motion right now. Alright, let's go back to the radar because we might have... Alright. So, this might be worth pointing out. These are storms currently near Kenosha, Wisconsin. These are going... These just formed. Oh my goodness. But these are now heading for, I'd say, Holland, Muskegon, South Haven. These storms are going to be kind of a thorn in our side because, again, down radar. You never want that, especially when storms are approaching your location. KIWX. These, alright, again, within the next hour, this radar is going to get relevant. Because these storms are Crown Point. They're leaving Chicago's radar. These are going into northern Indiana's radar. This is going to get near LaPorte, Knox. Some of these storms further back in the line. Let me just switch back to this radar. Yeah, some of these storms further back in the line. Probably Morocco, Shelby, Kentland, Fowler, Boswell. And again, like Wapello, Preemption. These are storms in Iowa. All right, let's go back to the KAPX radar. This storm is nearing Ludington. This storm, like from what I can see, I believe the KGR radar is KGRB. Sure, but no matter what, no matter which radar you're looking at this from, there is a storm on this part. There is a storm here in Lake Michigan that is kind of charging for Ludington, and let's see if they've updated. Yeah, so severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Manistee to near Ludington Light to 13 nautical miles northwest of Little Sable Point Lake, moving east at 50 knots. So, these guys are about to charge at Ludington. Yeah, this marine weather statement expired. And this is what we've been seeing, at least for Ludington. Alright, we're breaking right back into coverage because there's been an update. This is a special weather statement that's just been issued for the city of Traverse City, Michigan. Let's go over here. KAPX. Now we're getting into the good radar territory again. This radar down. I don't know why it's down. Just this radar down, dead. You know. KAPX. So there are some storms here moving near Grant Township, Blair Township. This storm. Do these? I'm not sure if this has a draw tool, but so this could be moving into Traverse City right now. That's what's going on. Okay, let's break right back into. We're not really breaking into coverage. It's not as far as I can see. Not a new update. This is a flood advisory. All right, you're gonna start. You might start seeing a lot of these after the storm. Flood advisories. Heavy rain with this storm. That means probably like just flooding. There might be some local flooding right now because of the storms that just went through Chicago. Now these guys are in Valparaiso, so I don't know. Would this? I think it's still saying K Lot is closer, but let's just see. Yeah, around county line here, KIWX gets relevant. So these guys are gonna get so like county line here. Ones that these guys are approaching. Yeah, that's where you know. Can see some of these storms that are just now leaving Wisconsin on this TMKE radar. You can't see all of them, but this does give a good kind of picture as to what we can expect to see in Michigan pretty soon. Um, expect to see in uh southwest, like south central, like west central Michigan. I believe this is called that, but that is. But KMKX still kind of the radar to go for this. These storms are going to become pretty hard to see approaching KGR. Yeah, 99 people viewing KMKX on WeatherWise right now. How many people viewing Green Bay? 37. KAPX 29. KAPX should get a bit more viewers because of these storms coming into Traverse City right now, but all those people watching KGRB might just be like people in Wisconsin right now. Uh, these are some storms from Marquette's radar. These are the storms that were. Oh wow, what a shape! These are some storms in Canada right now. Like I said, these came over from Michigan. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure these are the guys that just like that were the ones to hit Arbors. Now they're in. Now they are in Canada, and if they persist through this portion of southern Ontario, then they'll be going into New York. Now, getting back into coverage, we're going to watch this storm hit Ludington because, well, I don't know what these 16 people are doing watching the Grand Rapids radar. This is offline right now. Uh, That's just offline. I don't know why they brought it offline, but. Eh. Okay. Okay, so we have an update to this special marine warning. Uh, it still uses the wording severe thunderstorms. Let's go over to another dead radar. Okay, best radar to view this from KGRB, Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is still just not doing anything any justice, though. I'd imagine, but yeah, this is the storm as it's hitting Ludington. So get ready for a severe thunderstorm warning in Michigan, which I believe is going to signal to us that that's going to be our signal to just that's going to be when stuff starts kind of hitting the fan. These storms are now near still better with K-Lot, but once these cross the county line, then K-Lot will still be useful, but KIWX, it will be its time to shine. Storms have entered Indiana, they just have yet to cross into this better area for KIWX. Let's watch this storm as it progressed. Now, there were some severe thunderstorm warnings, but uh, that expired. It expired 7 minutes ago, and oh, did we miss this? We might have missed this, but severe thunderstorm warning in Wisconsin. Not a good sign for these storms for central Michigan, as these storms are going to be hitting again Holland, Port Sheldon, Grand Haven, Ganges. That's going to be about where they hit. So again, Covert, South Haven, Ganges, Holland, Port Sheldon, Grand Haven, Muskegon. That is you. Let's look at these storms from TAM-KE radar. And here they are. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on the. I'm gonna leave this on the radar for you guys. we can now safely say, I believe we can now safely say that these storms have made it onto land. Oh, wow. We just saw that coming to existence. Special weather statement. Oh. Forgot to mute my tablet when I came back. Alright, let's see what this is happening. Mesoscale discussion number 305. This is south of our area, but, you never know, we might see this soon. The severe weather threat for severe thunderstorm watch 78 continues. Thunderstorms may gradually begin to intensify and consolidate into an organizing cluster with increasing risk for producing potentially damaging wind gusts through 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Additional severe weather watches may be needed and trends are being monitored for this possibility. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see if they have anything to say about, well, parts of southern and lower Michigan. I think this is more towards the south of us, so I don't think that... Should definitely keep an eye out on this, but I do not think that this is... Oh, alright, well, special marine warning for Kenosha, Wisconsin. This is another of the recent alerts. About 50 people watching the Green Bay radar. Let's keep an eye on this storm. It's about halfway between Michigan and Wisconsin, but it is now in Michigan waters. So let's see, these storms. Yeah, they've always been the more impressive. So it looks like these storms are going to brush against the land, but because of that, little, I believe, I don't know what to call that. I don't know the proper geographical term, but because of this little body of water between Mackinac City, St. Ignace, Mackinac Bridge, this might just barely strike any land at all. Probably clipping just barely this area. But in regards to the parts of Michigan that are more southern right now, we have... Oh, yeah, also. These storms seem to have now crossed into KIWX. Some of them are still in K-Lot, but this storm near Wanata, better for KIWX now. We're going to get a better look at these storms in the next, 30 minutes. But for now, they're in KIWX. I think K-Lot, not sure if K-Lot will do anything. It's 11 o'clock now here in Arbors. That's 12 o'clock in Michigan, for most counties in Michigan. The counties of Michigan currently affected by severe storms because none of these guys are right now, but... Yeah, 12 o'clock in relevant parts of Michigan. These cells over Lake Michigan could have any spin to them. I'm not sure. We've hit 50 people on the Green Bay radar. It's gonna be a long journey to the end of the storms. We're probably gonna stay on the air until these storms get to about here. I'd say Lansing we might stop. Because remember, our studio isn't necessarily resistant from these storms. But there will be parts where I just kind of leave. Like you. Again, flood advisory here, kind of crossing the border between Illinois and Indiana. But these storms, I'll just leave them on the radar for now. We'll probably break into more active coverage when these storms cross the border from Indiana into Michigan. quick little status update. Ludington special marine warning still here. Oh, my cat wants in. Hi, kitty. Um, Now, special marine warning for Kenosha. These storms are going to be making landfall near Ganges pretty soon. Ganges, Holland, in between that area, I'd say. Uh, it's really hard to see the border, but these storms are crossing into Michigan soon. So expect more coverage when we get to that point. But for now, still pretty far away. Kitty.